and I would like to introduce Sailor Holladay, a 2012 fellow in Nonfiction.
I think I need it to go higher. Thank you, Jen. Yes. All right, so this is 3 vignettes from my memoir, which is currently, the working title is Penny Candy. Sorry, it's a little awkward. 1. Between my home at Rainbow Valley and the town of Little Rock was a 2-mile stretch of road with evergreen trees on either side. I walked this stretch when there was no bus 98 service, Sundays and evenings, or when I just missed the bus and was too impatient to wait the 2 hours for it to come again. Of course, there was no sidewalk, just a narrow patch of dry grass and gravel on each side of the road. As I walked, I counted the empty chew containers, Kodiak, Skull, Redman, and the empty pop bottles, Mountain Dew, Cherry Pepsi, Barks. Cars whooshed by me as I postponed the inevitable return to a home I didn't want to go back to. Little Rock, Washington was Little Rock Elementary, Little Rock Post Office, Little Rock Tavern, 2 churches, and Lonco Upholstery. Mostly, Little Rock was the Quickie Mart inside the gas station. The Quickie Mart had JoJo's with ranch dressing, 6 for $1. The cashier put the JoJo's into a wax paper bag that momentarily protected my hands from their grease, right before I stuck my fingers in, impatient to taste their breaded potatoey goodness. The Quickie Mart was also where Mom tore me and my brother a $1 food stamp each from her book. She waited in the car while we both bought a long, flat Jolly Rancher for 10 cents. Cherry, green apple, watermelon, pink lemonade, peach, or fire. The cashier gave us 90 cents each in change. Then we had $1.80 to give Mom for the gas tank. 2. The hardest part of 7th grade was PE. That's when girls reminded me I wasn't one of them. We had to wear shorts. My hairy legs prepared me to be mocked for the next 50 minutes. By this time, I was usually pretty drunk, so I didn't really care. But my legs did. Then, there are my armpits. If Mom and Dad would have just let me shave, this wouldn't have been a problem. The beginning of class started with the other kids running around track and me and my friends walking it, smoking the joint I brought. No matter what sport we were forced to play, soccer, volleyball, dodgeball, it always involved a ball, and being stoned made hitting the ball more fun. Everything happened in slow motion. After PE in the locker room, the foreign sea of girls prinked and purred together while they covered themselves with sprays, gels, and creams. They curled and teased their bangs. They kissy-faced the mirror. I just wanted a stick of deodorant. I also wanted to use a shower that probably hadn't been turned on since the 70s, but then I would have really been a freak, using the locker room to shower. The girls gossiped their way out of the locker room in their boxer shorts they wore as pants with the waistbands rolled over, showing off their thin, hairless legs, their hair all atop their heads where it was supposed to be. 3. My mom discovered my pubic hair before I did. We were at the Olympia Community Center for one of our monthly, sometimes bi-weekly shower trips. For $1, we went into the locker rooms and showered without playing basketball first. Sometimes the front desk person only charged Mom $1 for all 3 of us. My brother and I crept past the desk under Mom's arms, carrying beach towels and a net bag with clean clothes, herbal shampoo, cream rinse, and peppermint Dr. Bronner's. We looked up at the front desk person with their polo shirt and neck whistle and shot them one of our, "Thank you, don't worry, we are small and we have less skin, so we won't use that much hot water" looks. The locker room was compact. The floor was wet and padded with black rubber. I hesitated to get in the shower. I didn't want Mom to see me naked, and I also wanted to peek inside the lockers that weren't locked and see what exotic objects women had stashed away. Sneakers, sports bra, deodorant. By the time I undressed and was ready to get in one of the shower stalls, Mom was singing to herself, "Que sera, sera," and relishing the hot water, even though it was one of those showers where she had to keep pushing every 30 seconds to keep the water coming. My brother was in Mom's stall getting his red hair scrubbed, and I could tell she wanted me in there too. Her energy pulled me like a magnet. I scurried into my own stall and closed the thin plastic curtain, but not fast enough. "Wait! You've got black pubic hair!" Mom yelled across the tiled room. "But you're a blonde! That is so weird," she teased. I didn't know what pubic hair was, but I followed Mom's blue eyes down to the crease area between my legs where there was a small patch of hair growing. "It's not black, it's brown," I said, and yanked the curtain closed. Toward the end of the month, when there was no money for gas or food stamps for anything in town, we took sponge baths or used the solar shower. The solar shower was a black plastic bag of water with a hose that hung on the side of the bus on a hot day. At the end of the day, as the sun went down, the bag was full of water hot enough to shower. The warm water streamed down my legs, pooling at my feet. These showers prepared me for a life of never taking warm running water for granted and never taking longer than 5 minutes to get clean. There was also a fire-fueled bathtub for nights I really wanted to bathe. Mom helped me start a fire underneath a tank of water that connected to an outdoor clawfoot bathtub with the pipes and everything. Except when it drained, the tub water poured out onto the muddy grass below. When I sat in the bathtub and turned on the cold handle, cold water came out. When I turned the hot handle, hot water came out. Magic. I only used this bathing option a few times because there was no privacy. It meant taking a bath in the middle of everything. Thank you.